Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 plays for this March 10th 9-game NBA slate. We have an awesome slate on our hands today, so we're going to jump right into it as always. If you guys have not already, please do leave a like on this video. We greatly appreciate your support as always. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns for us, please leave them in the comment section below. We're happy to give you guys advice when we can. Starting this video off, we are going to talk about one of my favorite plays of the day as always, but this is a numero uno favorite play on the slate for me today, Demar Derozan. Let me get a sip of water real quick. Sorry about that. DeMar DeRozan has a 27% usage rate on the year and averages just under 1.2 fantasy points per minute. That jumps significantly to 32.5% of a usage rate for him, and then over 1.3 fantasy points per minute. Look for him to put on a show today here against the Mavericks. He just played them a couple weeks ago, I believe. Yeah, right there. He went for over 50 fantasy points and filled up the box score. Look for him to replicate that today. Without DeJounte Murray and LaMarcus Aldridge on the court, he gets those massive boosts, and he's going to be very, very efficient today. Look for him to continue playing his 35-ish minutes, maybe even more today if this game stays competitive here against Dallas. So I love DeMar DeRozan today. He's actually surprisingly in a better matchup than some people think. The Mavs allow the 8th most fantasy points per game to opposing small forwards in the NBA. He is one of the first players I'm plugging into my lineups today, and he's my top play for cash games, and I'm also fine with him in GPPs for today as well. Let's jump over to FanDuel for my second play. We have Hassan Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside has a 1.2 fantasy point per minute average on the year and should see at least 30 to 33 minutes today against a Suns team that's been getting demolished over their last 2 games by opposing centers. They got smacked by Hassan Whiteside there on the 6th, and then they got smacked by Brook Lopez. Without DeAndre Ayton, that defensive presence in the interior seems to be lacking with Aaron Baines. Granted, Baines has been playing great offensively. I really, really like Hassan Whiteside to replicate his performance there when he was on the road in Phoenix. Now that they are at home, he should be able to smash yet again here. It's just, even if Ayton plays, it's not going to steer me off of Whiteside entirely. I would just prefer Whiteside to be more safe in cash if DeAndre Ayton is ruled out. But if Ayton plays, I'm still fine with Whiteside. I just prefer him in GPPs as to cash. There's a big difference, I think, with that interior presence when we're talking about Aaron Baines versus DeAndre Ayton. It just feels like we're locking in a double-double with Hassan Whiteside, as it should. I mean, if you just look at his game log, it's pretty hard not to think that. But this could easily turn into another 2020 line like it was last game, and then he's always going to rack up 3 or more blocks, I would think, in this matchup against guys like Dario Saric that are down low in there. McCall Bridges, he's going to be able to swat some balls today. So look for Hassan Whiteside to have a monster game today if Ayton is out. And if Ayton is in, again, I still think Whiteside is a great play, but I would definitely prefer him in GPPs as to cash if Ayton is in. And then real quick, let's jump over to Monkey Knife Fight. I do want to mention to you guys, as always, if you guys have not already come over here to Monkey Knife Fight, gotten signed up yet, they are really, really awesome. They do great prop games. You get to parlay as many different guys as you want. You can come over here and do this game where you got to pick 5 guys to do better or worse. You could pick over under on fantasy points. If you string all 5 together, get them all right, then you're going to get 20 times your money. But I like to talk about these 2-mans just because they are the safer ones, if you will, more of a cash game sort of style. And I like the over on Hassan Whiteside and Devin Booker a lot today. These numbers seem really, really low to me. Devin Booker has a good matchup against a weak Portland Trail Blazers backcourt in terms of defense. Guys like Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, not really going to pose a threat to Devin Booker. This is a pretty fast-paced game as well. The Trail Blazers are 12th in pace right now. The Suns are 9th. And then Hassan Whiteside, I already just touted him for you guys. I love the over on both of these guys today. So if you are not already signed up over here, use code SSN on that first deposit. You will get a 100% deposit match. And then again, if you reach out to us on Twitter and say, guys, here's a screenshot, I signed up using your code, definitely do that, because we will send you your $10 back. So it is a free $20 for you guys to get started with over here on Monkey Knife Fight. Let's go back to DraftKings. I want to talk about my third play of the day with you guys. We have somebody you definitely did not see coming unless your name is Sean Hunsa. We have James Johnson. He is a very interesting player for me to talk about with you guys. I've been locking him into my lineups for over a week on almost every slate that he's been on. He is still sub 5K. He's posted over 27 fantasy points in 9 of his last 10 games. It's a little tricky because he does come off the bench, so his minutes are fluctuating from like 20 to 26 roughly. He had that 127-minute game there against Denver, but regardless, between 20 and 26. The thing is, though, talking about a guy like James Johnson, 20 minutes versus 26 minutes is a massive difference. It's a massive difference. He's averaging right around 1.2 fantasy points per minute over the past few weeks. But when we're talking about 20 minutes, if he just has that 1.2 fantasy point per minute average, that's like 24, 25 points. That's that's not really something that we're looking to target. But if he averages his normal average and plays 25 minutes, that's a big difference. I really want him to break 30 fantasy points at this 5K price tag, 4.9K, excuse me. And he's finding himself in an amazing spot here. He's against the small ball Houston Rockets, who are second in the league right now in pace, and they are also in the highest total game on the slate by a landslide. The game total is currently sitting at 246.5. So it's very interesting for James Johnson today. He's actually one of my favorite point per dollar plays on the slate. I am okay with James Johnson in all formats today. But that is all I have for you guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. I will be live on Twitch this afternoon right around 5 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys come out to the live stream, show some support, and get your questions answered there. And we're going to have a fun live stream today. So I hope to see you guys out there. And then I will be active on Twitter all day long if you have any questions for me. But I hope to see you guys at the live stream later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. But good luck to everyone on this slate tonight.